we didn't start off great again. Just were, I thought, a little timid, a little hesitant, on our back foot. You know, Colorado, let's give them credit for that. They changed shapes. We played them 5 days ago and they changed shapes. So that took a minute to settle into. Again, if I could just say the speed of the play, the way that they run through balls is different than most any team in the country. And so it took us too long to adjust to it. We gave them too many set pieces early on. I thought we maybe weathered it, but then they found their goal off a corner. You know, it's interesting to see if we'll look back and see if that should have been a corner or not, but you know, they got it. And I think Lexi had an excellent chance in the first half, but that was probably the only one. I was actually thankful we got into halftime down 1-0 because I just felt like the momentum was against us. I didn't think that we looked like, you know, Kansas soccer that we try to pride ourselves on being. At halftime, just tried to refocus the group. First, tell them that they have more time on the ball than they think. There's more pictures open than they think, but we have to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We have to stop panicking. The plays are there, you know, and so I think Jordan at center back made a huge adjustment. She was kind of our quarterback in that second half. At first, you know, the way that they defended us, I think, gave us a little trouble, but she managed it very, very well in the second half. I thought Emily Tobin was a monster all game. You know, against a team that's as good in the air as anyone we've seen, Emily stood up big time against them. You know, our first goal that we scored, we weren't knocking on the door. It kind of came out of nowhere, and it absolutely changed the game, right? Lexi made a play, got to the end line, served one across, Sage finished it. And Sage has been, you know, has had just horrible luck this year, horrible luck. But she stuck with it, and she you know, scored a great goal, not an easy one either. So I think that changed the game. I think us possessing the ball changed the game. I think we were better on winning first and second balls. And the game could have gone either way. It could have gone either way. And, you know, a ball popped out to Lydia. And, you know, one thing we talk about is the first thing we shouldn't do is sky it, right? Keep the ball low, hard, give yourself a chance. And I think it picked up a deflection. But that's the kind of stuff that happens in a crowded box. And so adding to, you know, our mystique and our folklore here, it's another player who hasn't scored all year, scores the game winner in the semifinal. We tell the team all the time, it could be anyone can be the hero. You know, anyone can change the game, and in this case, Lydia did. 2-1 with however many minutes to go. Again, it felt like probably 2 hours, but we hung on. You know, I thought we managed the game relatively well. They didn't get much clean, but they served a lot of balls in dangerous places, and we had to fight and scrap and block shots, and you know, made some big plays, and I thought Soph was very big and brave in goal. So I made it to the finish line, very, very happy, very proud. I think Colorado is an awesome team that I think has, you know, a long future ahead in the NCAA tournament. They are not easy to play in any way, shape, or form. I'm glad we don't have to play them again.
Hope Leyva leads the country in goals. How were you able to neutralize her? What was the adjustment coming into the game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we neutralized her. I think we limited her dangerous chances. I think we didn't let her behind easy. You know, but she's scary every second of the game. And I think Faith scored the goal, you know, and yeah, we didn't stop her. We didn't neutralize her. We just did. We paid her the attention she deserved. I think we defended in numbers and you know, got through the game.
You talk about getting the first and second hit on the ball. On that one deep clearance and that on Sage's goal, they got to the ball first, was able to get into deep enemy territory, and then Lexi was able to cross back to Sage. How do you preach that to the team, being able to get to those balls and being able to finish them on a play like that?
Yeah, I think first is just that attention to detail of, if you're not going to receive the ball, you have to beat your opponent to a spot, right? And if the ball's already going there, it's too late. So hopefully we understand like the triggers of our team, and if it's going to go past us, like let's make it a priority to get to the spot. Then you have to be brave, because this team, if you hesitate into a tackle, you're about to lose it, and you're about to run 50 yards backwards because they're just flying through things. So I thought we did a better job of paying attention to detail. I thought we did a better job of being brave. And yes, you know, I think we earned and drew some really important fouls in the second half, which allowed us to get a breath, allowed us to gain territory. Yeah, you know, this was not an easy game to play in, so I have a lot of admiration for the players and their willingness to put their bodies on the line.
On Monday against West Virginia, you had 2 people score their first goals of the season. Mackenzie scoring her first of her career, and then Lydia comes out today and scores a game winner on her first career goal. What's it like just being able to have players step up in these big moments, and how do you think the players have kind of embodied that from each other and being able to score their first career goal like Lydia did today?
Yeah, everything we preach is team, like shift mentality, and if you put in a shift, you don't have to change the game necessarily. You just make winning plays. And sometimes that winning plays means like the ball falls to you and you can do something with it. And so, we have a lot of faith in anyone in this team. We're missing some players. Mary and Jordan are home, and those are some goals there. Those are some talent, but it's the next player up. And this group continues to understand a little bit more how the little things determine games. And if we continue to buy into that and kind of incrementally grow, then we can keep winning for a while.
Back-to-back years at the helm, you've been to back-to-back Big 12 tournament championships now. You've had 15 players last year come to this year, now they're back in it, but you also have a lot of newcomers. How are you able to prepare the team to be able to play in the magnitude of that game, and how can those leaders help the younger generation or the younger kids get ready for that game?
Yeah, I hope experience matters. I think after our NCAA tournament game last year, you could tell that we were inexperienced, and us having gone through these battles might have helped us win this game, quite honestly. Last year was an anomaly. It was great. We deserved it, but usually you can't skip that step. I think what we try to do as a coaching staff is treat everything the same. The process is the same. Okay, we're successful for a reason. We don't have to overcomplicate things when it comes to the tournament. What we do probably have to do is have the team understand the stakes, and that can create urgency. That can create that extra level of energy when you need it, because we have to step up in the biggest moments. But otherwise, it's just business as usual.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.